Hey y'all. Um, I've got a couple of stories I'm gonna try to push out today. This one here is about a company. Hey y'all, got a couple of videos I'm gonna try to push out today. This one is about a company that it was based in Los Angeles, named called Second Sight. And what they done is they made bionic eye implants. Now they filed for bankruptcy, but I wanted to get this out because this is the stuff that happens tends to intersect with things that us tinfoil hatters. Yes, I got it's under my scalp. You can't see it. That's how I can move around so people don't know that I'm got a tinfoil hat under there. Um, what happens is these people. I have nothing against technology, of course. I mean, you but it has its place and it has its limits. I remember when the chip thing, oh, you ain't gotta carry a wallet. We just put a chip in and see we know where you're at. So if somebody else, this is the foil identity theft. Because if somebody's trying to buy something somewhere else in Madagascar or Lithuania, I mean, like they couldn't do that with a credit card. I mean, look, I'm in Cuero, Texas. Did you? Well, you purchased this while you were in Madagascar. I've never been to Madagascar. Didn't I just buy diesel at the local truck stop here? How did I get to Madagascar in 27 minutes? I mean, the technology is there already. But if they can control that, well, it's we know who you are, your bank balance, then they know everything about you. You bought this. You bought that. Well, you can't afford to pay that. Well, you got the money. How you know? We looking in your bank account. Or you done this, or you done. Anyway, you get where I'm going with that. And next thing you know, you been and had some goon been and cut your freaking hand off. I mean, just the look. No, no. I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, some other people might get it, but I don't get it, and I don't plan on getting it anyway. And I don't plan on getting it, and I don't plan on getting it. But don't. What happens if the technology fails? That's the part I'm looking at. So you're going to buy something, beep, beep. You got bionic implant. You got a bionic ear. What if that biotech company decides, okay, well, we're going to hold, well, we've had a change of heart. We've had a change of policy here. What do you mean? Well, your insurance company is out of business. Yeah. Or you this, that, and other, and da, 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 da. Yeah. Okay. So what we need you to do is we need you to break yourself, fool. What do you mean break myself? Well, since your policy has changed, we're going to need you to give us this much money or we're going to turn your ear off. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And in this case, these people is 350 plus people worldwide that's then got these bionic eyes, and the company then went bust. Allow me to present you Exhibit A from the UK Daily Mail. 350 blind people who were cured by $500,000 bionic eye implants face losing their sight again as firm goes bust. Bionic Eye firm that went out of business following the onset of the Wu flu, of the Wu Tang, has left people using their retinal technology blind if the implants malfunction. The firm, LA-based Second Sight, discontinued its implant hardware in 2019 and reportedly let go of its staff in the early months of the pandemic in 2020. Its 350 plus worldwide patients were left with obsolete and unsupported retinal implants. The hardware costs about $500K per patient in total, with 80% covered by insurance. Remember, I was telling you about the insurance deal. Barbara Campbell's Argus 2 retinal implant system stopped working as she made her way to transfer trains during rush hour. Second Sight went public in June 2021 after discontinuing their retinal implant and early, where to go? Retinal implant. Oh, I'm sorry. And nearly declaring bankruptcy, raising 5.5. Second Sight went public in June 2021 after discontinuing their retinal implant and nearly declaring bankruptcy, raising $57.5 million at $5 a share. However, its stock price plunged to around $1.50 a share in the ensuing months, and in February 2022, that's this month, announced a proposed merger with biopharmaceutical company. I'm telling y'all, Massive Dynamic ain't playing with none of us. And everybody out there think it's a joke. They ain't playing. You're going to be a T800. Around second time the company went Second Sight. We done that. Now many fear, face potentially painful surgery to remove the devices. Barbara Campbell stopped working in 2013 as she made her way to transfer the train. At the time, she already had the implant in her left eye for 4 years due to a genetic disease that had rendered her completely blind in her 30s. Terry Bland and his wife sued just before surgery to implant the Argus 2 prosthetic device in his left eye. Somebody under the knife. Got 5 more pictures here, but you can go to the UK, to dailymail.co.uk/news, or just, or go to just their main website and put in 350 people cure blindness, bionic eye, firm face, losing sight, and it should pop up. With being this rather fresh story, it should be close to the top of the queue. Bordeaux Hospital in France. Electronic case, receiver, electrode array. I will need your colos and your motorcycle. Okay. If you say so. I remember exactly where I was, switching from the 6 train to the F train, Campbell tells IEEE Spectrum. I was about to go down the stairs, and all of a sudden I heard a little beep, beep, beep. She was so spooked by the experience that she chose not to have the device reinstalled, while others who took a more optimistic pun, and I'm quite sure the pun wasn't intended. I hope it wasn't. Optimistic outlook, now facing their own nightmare. Terry Byland is the only person to have received this Argus implant in both eyes, having one implanted in his right eye. And Terry Byland is the only person to have received the Argus implant in both eyes, having one implanted in his right eye in 2004 and his left 11 years later. But in 2020, Byland, who has become a spokesperson for the company and even met Stevie Wonder at a conference, had learned secondhand That second site was on the verge of bankruptcy, abandoning the implant technology in the process. Sly said he thinks Stevie Wonder can see. I think Stevie Wonder he's developed a kind of oral, oral, not Aural. I just have an accent. Synthesis, kind of sensing system around him. It's hard to explain without sounding like a true tinfoil hatter, but anyway, I'll leave it alone. Love his music. He said he began to worry when the firm stopped contacting him about upgrades and other developments in technology. He told Spectrum, as long as nothing goes wrong, I'm fine. But stuff happens. But if something does go wrong with it, well, I'm screwed because there's no way of getting it fixed. It is fantastic technology and a lousy company, said another second sight patient, Ross Deere. Deere received an implant in one eye in 2019 and learned in early 2020 that he was eligible for software upgrades to a retinal implant that could possibly improve his vision even further. I hope it ain't Windows based. Better be Linux based. KPBF3KM plantation under general anesthesia of a retinal prosthesis thesis Argus 2 second sight. How does it work? Camera, antenna. Okay. Oh, that's one of them artificial vision things. Hey, I don't. Well, at least that one doesn't require surgery. At least, like Byland, Deere learned of the company's dire situation in early 2020, early on into the onset of the Wu-Tang pandemic. Wu-Tang. Deere would go on to call his second sight vision rehab therapist shortly thereafter when he was told the company had laid the entire staff off. She said, well, funny you should call. We all just got laid off. He remembers. Well, okay. She said, by the way, you're not going to get your upgrades. Well, gee, thanks, lady. But it's not her fault. She's just answering the phone. While Campbell eventually received a different firm's retinal implant, Byland and Deere remain at the mercy of outdated technology, which is expensive and painful to remove. I can only imagine. Look at this. Argus 2 Bionic Eye hardware, video processing unit, and camera system. Wait a minute. The Argus 2 Bionic Eye hardware, video processing unit, and camera system, which is mounted to the sunglasses. Get to the chopper. I can't see the chopper. Run into the blades. No, that sucked. Second sight did go public in June. Yeah, we know. We know. The implant called Orion was a hunter, but y'all can look that up. Orion also provides artificial vision, according to the company. Meanwhile, the stock price continued to plunge to $1.50 in the ensuing months. I wonder why. And in February 2022, Second Source announced a proposed merger with biopharmaceutical company Nano Precision Medical. Ooh. Do y'all know who that is? I ain't gonna say nothing. I'll let y'all look up Nano Precision Medical. If you can find much of anything on Nano, I'll stop there. I'll just stop. Effectively ending all updates and support for their Argus implant hardware. Second Source executives, none of whom were added to the leadership team of the new company, did not immediately respond to the comment, but did provide Spectrum with a statement of Second Source executives, none of whom were added to the leadership team of the new company, did not immediately respond to comment, but did provide Spectrum with a statement on the matter.
We are a recognized global leader in neuromodulation devices for blindness and are committed to developing new technologies to treat the broadest population of sight impaired individuals.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. In the comments. Hey, y'all. I mean, I've never been one to tell people what to do, especially when it comes to their wellness and their body and their health. I can only imagine being a person having sight his whole life. I mean, geez, man, I don't even know where to go with this. I wish these folks well, but the thing is, you're beholden, you're beholden to these companies and what they decide to do after they've worked on you. Remember them plan? The barcode on the side of your neck. You walk in the stores now, they got some store, I can't remember the name of it. It's one of them leftward leany weenie stores. And you go in and as you put your stuff in the basket, it rings it up. And I guess if you take it out of the basket and put it back on the shelf, you're undecided. I'm guessing it gives you a credit, I'm assuming. And you don't have to, there's no cashiers. So I guess that's how they are paying for the system with the wages that they would normally pay shifts of 3 shifts of 3 shifts or 2.5 shifts or whatever. Because normally you have 2 full-time shifts and a part-time shift. That's where a lot of people shoot themselves in the ass. Especially, I'm going off on a tangent. They start a business and have open sales. Dude, if you're going to be open more than 12 hours for the day, 12 to 14 hours, you need to have a half shift too. You need to have a part-time shift because there's always people. Normally, what I've noticed when I was in the regular working market, I had more people applying for part-time work than I did full-time. Now, some people just want a full-time position, but normally those were single people or adult people, and their kids have grown and moved on, and they're empty nesters now. Single mom, but all her kids has grown. She'd take a full-time job. A dude, him and his wife, they didn't retire, he'd take a full-time job. Ain't got nothing else to do around the house. Most people that was 35 and under, that were that were parents of single parents, I'm telling you, our part-time stack was, your full people applying for full-time, is 5, 6. It was less than 10. How about that? In the 7th floor, that's when, I think when we were there, San Antonio was the 8th largest city, but you still in single digits. And you got 10 people, part-timers, fucking stack. Part-time, I can work from this time to this time when the kids is at school. When the kids are at school. When the kids are at school. Or when the kids get out of school, and I can work weekends because they daddy come pick them up. Shooting yourself in the ass if you don't have a part time schedule. Rate, comment, share, subscribe, y'all. Be good. Be safe. Bye.